Hello, Internet. Today, I want to talk about Black Ops 7. Before I talk about Black Ops 7, I do want to say this. Unlike all the other people who are making these videos just dumping on Black Ops 7 without playing the game, I have actually played this game. I got to level 55 in multiplayer. I grinded out weapon levels. I even played zombies a lot. I did not touch campaign, but I did watch some of the campaign, and overall, I just could care less for campaign. But anyway, the bulk of what I'm going to be talking about is going to be primarily for multiplayer because that is the core essence of Call of Duty. But anyway, before I get into this, I would greatly appreciate it if y'all subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. It takes no time at all, and it would help me out tremendously. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So I guess I'll start with multiplayer first. Multiplayer was the first thing I hopped into when I installed Black Ops 7. The reason why is because, like I said before, multiplayer is the core of Call of Duty. That determines if Call of Duty is going to be good or bad for the year. So overall, if I had to sum up multiplayer, I will say this. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's nothing spectacular. So me as a person, coming into this, I knew that we weren't going to have the hard skill-based matchmaking like we had before. They were going to be separated into playlists or whatever. So I'm like, cool. So the overall multiplayer feel might be different this year. So I load into matches. I play some multiplayer games. Obviously, there's a learning curve again because this is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. As a controller player with the changes to aim assist, it kind of took me a minute to get used to how aim assist feels in this game. But I was able to adapt to it. Once I got used to it, I was able to have some pretty decent games. But at times, I did feel like skill-based matchmaking would reemerge. And I know that's a huge debate right now. Some people are saying that it's still there. Some people are saying that it's not. I really don't know. But overall, I can definitely say for most of my time playing multiplayer, I really didn't feel it. Sometimes I would, but most of the time, no, I didn't. That's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother video, but I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, just the feel of multiplayer is okay. But I still have my issues with how the gunsmith works. I haven't liked gunsmith since it was introduced. I just feel like that it just adds a lot of unnecessary clutter to the game. Who needs 8 attachments? Good lord. I just feel like that's so complex, not necessary, really not needed. And before I continue, I guess I will say that I am more of an old head, so I do prefer less over more. So, back in older CODs, you really couldn't have a lot on your gun, and you really couldn't have a lot of extra stuff. I'm used to pick 10 systems, only having 2 attachments if you ran bling or the 2 attachment perk from Modern Warfare 3. You guys know what I'm talking about if you grew up playing old COD, right? So when it comes to newer things they add to Call of Duty, I'm always kind of about them anyway. This is no different. I could care less for gunsmith in this game. I just think it's way too much. You don't need all this, truly. I could care less about how the perks work. I just don't like how they've set up classes and builds in multiplayer. But that's just a thing since they've introduced this whole new system with guns and perks and stuff like that. I just never agreed with it. Movement is a big thing in this game. So I will say this. After playing multiplayer for a while, the movement in this game isn't as bad as it was in Black Ops 6. Omni movement felt way more broken in Black Ops 6 than it does in this game. I still don't like Omni movement, and I've been able to do it. I've made some pretty crazy plays using Omni movement in both games, but I just don't prefer it. I do prefer more of a grounded, more stiffer Call of Duty experience, talking about going back to Black Ops 1. I'm talking about going back to COD 4, War at War. I do think Call of Duty plays better when it's played like that. I don't think we need all the extra stuff. I don't have a problem with all the extra stuff. I just think it creates unnecessary skill gaps that really don't need to be there because I am a person that believes point, aim, and shoot is the biggest skill gap in any game. Aim determines how good you are at the game. All the other stuff is just extra filler and fluff. It's just not needed. Because I know people who can move like a god but have terrible aim. I've seen that before. It's kind of hilarious. But anyway, all this is just my opinion. Is multiplayer bad? I wouldn't say it's complete dog shit. It's just nothing special. I can live without it. I'm going to leave the multiplayer section open-ended for discussion. You guys can feel free to agree, disagree with me. All this is just my opinion at the end of the day. Anyway, let's move on to zombies. Zombies is nothing special. I feel like new zombies peaked with Cold War. That's it. Anything else after it? Nah. Cold War had Outbreak 2, which I really think was kind of fun and very innovative for the time. But zombies overall has gotten a lot easier. They've made it more friendly, I guess. It's hard to explain, but like, I don't know, zombies just doesn't have that same gritty, dark feel that it used to have. Like, if we're going back to War and Black Ops 1, it just doesn't. Is zombies bad though? No, it's still addicting. It's still fun to load up and play. But you're like, oh, I notice how different and how easy this feels compared to what we used to have way back when. But anyway, like I said, all of this is just personal preference. I do prefer old zombies compared to newer zombies, but that's just me. Campaign. Good Lord. From what I have watched, and I'm a person who usually, even if I don't play the campaign, I will watch the campaigns. Ever since they remastered, the games Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, right? All three of those campaigns, unpopular opinion to me, are really good. I really enjoyed Modern Warfare 2's campaign. Really, really strong. Out of those three games, it was the strongest. But outside of those three, campaign has been pretty recently. Like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like this game has gotten away from like military feel. I don't know. And I'm not saying you can't have some super futuristic cybernetic story or whatever, because Advanced Warfare exists, and Advanced Warfare had a really good... Infinite Warfare had a really good campaign. This campaign just misses. I don't know what it is. The acting is okay. I just don't feel like the characters have the same emotion they used to have. I don't know. I just feel like they really dropped the ball on the narrative of this story. It's just not the same. Maybe because also they're remaking a story that was already there. Like... Because in a way, I think people are comparing this campaign to Black Ops 2 campaign. There's just no comparison. Black Ops 2 had a much better campaign. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it was still pretty damn good. This one is just... I can't even begin to describe it. It is a nightmare. If we're talking about the worst thing in this game, it would be the campaign. It is not worth installing. It maybe, if you want to, go watch a playthrough of it. If your favorite content creator does a playthrough, go watch and play it. It's funny. It's probably going to be a good time, but you actually wasting time playing through it, it's just not worth it. Do not play campaign. It is so bad. The main thing of campaign is you should be immersed in the story, the characters, the plot line should be interesting. There should be a lot of plot twists. None of that is there. It's just not. From the amount I've seen, it's just not there. It wasn't enough to keep me hooked to finish watching it. It's bad. I wouldn't touch campaign. But overall, these are just my opinions. If you want to keep playing Call of Duty, keep playing Call of Duty. However, I do want to say this, though. If you are one of the people who keep playing Call of Duty every year, but you repeatedly get mad at the game, you shit talk it, but you still buy it every year, you are a problem. And you really are in an abusive relationship with Call of Duty. I've talked to people who have the same thing, and they can't ever give me a true reason why as to why they keep coming back to play the damn game. There's no reason to. If it's pissing you off that much, don't play it. Simple as that. So I do have an issue with those people. But if you are genuinely having fun with Black Ops 7, you love the game, hey, more power to you. Do what you do. You're perfectly fine in my book. However, I also want to bring this up too. You know how they say, just because you're bad at a game, that doesn't mean the game's bad. It just means you suck, right? Well, it applies the other way. Just because you're good at a game, it doesn't mean the game is good. Let me say that again. Just because you're having fun in the game, and just because you're really good at the game, that does not mean the game is good. That goes both ways. I can start a whole nother debate about that, but I'm not. I'm going to let y'all just comment your thoughts below about Black Ops 7, what you like, what you don't like, what you agree with, what you disagree with. I love to have conversations with people in the comment section. So drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll holler at y'all. Peace out.